Welcome back, friends, to the Binary Breakers Summer Barbecue. Once again, my name is Joker, and you have joined us just in time for an amazing run. It will be Sawayoshi with a one-handed Hollow Knight any percent run here. Let's go ahead, toss it on over to Sawa. Give them a hand, folks. They only need the one as we get ourselves moving towards Hollow Knight.
And that'll be whether to save the grub in Beast's Den near the end of the run. So get those donations in.
There we go. So I unfortunately saw it did sound like we had unfortunately had you god mic'd. If you would like to introduce yourself again in the run, please feel free to do so.
All right. Hello, everyone. It is becoming nighttime in the States. It's getting dark outside, but the barbecue doesn't stop there. Hello, I'm Sawayoshi. I'm running Hollow Knight one-handed any percent, and this is going to be a great run. We have a couple incentives to talk about, but I'll get that done as we get started here. So time is going to start on selecting an empty slot and then selecting this classic option up here. So if we're ready, it is time to count down, right? 3, 2, 1, go! And that is the last you're going to be seeing of my right hand for the majority of the run, of my left hand. So, welcome on in. This is one-handed any percent. And you all know Hollow Knight. It's a indie 2D Metroidvania. You can move around, you can swing your nail, you can jump. You all know the gist of it at this point. And this game is known for its difficulty. And you know what? I thought I have a few thousand hours in this game. Why not up the ante and just take away one of the hands? And that's what I am doing today. All right, as we get through King's Pass, we have a little bit of a thing here where we do a short hop. That's fine. Okay, so a little bit more about this game. This is a game by Australian game dev studio Team Cherry, known for Hollow Knight and also known for not releasing Silk Song. Who knows when that'll come out? I'll be in touch with them through Discord, not Discord, Twitter DMs very shortly. I won't actually. But yeah, this game is again a Metroidvania, known for, I think, its difficulty and also popularizing the down slash, which I neglected to talk about. You can jump and slash downwards, and that will boost you upwards. And we'll be using that a couple times this run. All right, yeah, going into the Forgotten Crossroads. So some of this run will be very RNG heavy. Some of it will not. A lot of the bosses tend to be RNG heavy, and one of the more difficult things about one-handed is that you have to kind of work with that with one hand, which is not super easy. Here, let's see if we can get this. This is not RNG. Whoop, I got one. That's fine. This is the Aspid Spike Kill, which just gets rid of a couple nail slashes for you. Makes things a little bit nicer. All right. As we keep moving on, yeah. Let's talk about a little bit about why I decided to run one-handed, because I know a lot of you are probably somewhat curious about that. Honestly, I don't know either. One day I was practicing Hollow Knight and I was like, my left hand hurts a little bit. Why not give my left hand a rest and put everything on my right hand instead? And it went pretty well, and therefore, here we are. Okay. All right. Give me a sec. Give me a quick second. All right. So we have a boss fight real quick here. We have
Sawi, we might have lost your microphone, but seems like we are also running into some small tech issues here. Um, if you are at a moment, if you could pause, if you could take a pause real quick, Sawa, we'll get all of the audio issues situated and we'll get the run back up and running.
that's why. Okay, got it. As for that, okay. Everything should be good, I think. Apologies for that. But I believe everything should be back.
Yep. Yes, I'm getting
All
word that we are
right.
good. You're good to go.
Nice. All right. We will continue the run then. All right. So, in case you missed anything, we defeated the first boss. We defeated False Knight and have picked up our first and only spell, Vengeful Spirit, which we'll be using as our main damage source and our only damage source other than our melee nail that we have. It does 3 nail hits worth of damage and costs 3 nail hits worth of soul, which is this white gauge in the top left to cast, and we'll be using this very, very frequently. This soul is also used for healing. Alright, here we have a little bit of RNG. Okay, that's good RNG. This is a 50-50 whether we get a Balder or not. Sometimes you get really bad RNG, in which case you end up getting 25 Balder spits before hitting the 50-50, which I believe is 24. That's got to be close to like some giant number, some sort of millions. All right. Keep going. So we do have another Balder here, but we don't have to fight this one. There's a little glitch that we can do where we just jump back, shoot a fireball from far away, and the Balder just goes poof. Very nice. Apparently that doesn't count as a major glitch, so people use this. And we are into our second major area of the game. This is Green Path. It is a path, it is green, and what else do I need to explain? There is moss, and this is a very interesting segment where there's enemies, and there's a couple skips as well. A couple fireball skips, which I'll be showing off pretty soon here. So fireball skips, you turn around and fireball and use the recoil from that to do a quick jump. And on one hand, it kind of looks something like, if I can hit it right here, something like that.
Ta-da.
Oh, pretty cool. All right. Yes, this path is so heckin' green. It's the greenest path I've seen, I think. All right. Let's go over here. We have one more fireball skip if we can hit it. There we go. Nice. 2 for 2. And I am more than happy with that in a marathon.
Well done.
Yep. All right. We have a little bit of a mini boss coming up here. We have the Moss Knight. Whoop. Oops. Moss Knight, which takes 10 nail hits to defeat, or 3 fireball hits and 1 nail hit, which is what we're going to be doing today, hopefully. Whoop. Not quite. That's fine. We have enough soul. We'll take a quick safety heal. Go up this way.
So
Alright.
we do have word from chat. Someone Fletcher's a furry, excuse me, says I think 25 non-Balder spits would be a 1 in 33,557,047 chance.
Something around there. It's some absurd number, and someone has gotten that RNG before. It's honestly absurd. This record was actually set, I think, around a month and a half ago. So it's somewhat recent that someone got that 30-some million, 1 in 30-some million chance, 1 in 33,557,047 chance mid-run. And that currently stands as the record. The previous record, by the way, was 19. So it's a little bit more than that. All right, going into our first boss fight with Fireball, we're going to be trying to go for a lot of these Fireball doubles if we can. If not, we'll just get nail cancels and be okay with that. And that is the Hornet fight. Very nice. All right, and that is Hornet done. We will, I believe, not be seeing her again this run. And she gives us our Mothwing Cloak, our dash ability. We'll be using this very frequently because speedrunners like to go fast. All right, and we are going to head from here down into Fungal Wastes over towards Mantis Village and Mantis Claw. Excuse me. And this is a somewhat just movement-based segment, so if we have anything to read off, now would be a somewhat good time to do so.
Oh, I absolutely do. So just a very quick, brief update here on the save or leave the grub incentive. Save the grub is currently ahead at $374 to $350 to leave the grub. You don't have too much time to continue to influence it. If you wish to do so, like our friend Hockey Babbler, who donated $10 and said, free the grub or feel my wrath. And by wrath, I mean tears. We also had Suraj with $20, and excuse me if I mispronounced that, but they do say, save the grub, save the grub. So that's where your donations are going to make sure that we are saving the grub, but you don't have too much time. About how long would you say until we have to determine if we're saving or leaving the grub here, Sawa?
Got about half a run left, like maybe 20 minutes.
You heard them, about
Get
20 minutes.
In.
If we want to leave that grub behind, you've got 20 minutes to do so, gamers.
My last event run, we saved the grub. Why? How about we leave the grub this time?
Oh.
Gotta balance it out. All right, so do this quick skip here. Whoop. Nice. Get those pogos, and we climb up here. Get this Mantis Youth over, and we get hit while picking up this item, and we just get to save quit out. This gives us Mantis Claw, our wall jump ability, and we'll be using this as well very, very frequently. Save quit back to the Ancestral Mound once again, and from here, we are going straight towards and into boss fights. We have one more movement ability, but we're going to go get a few bosses, a little bit of collection out of the way beforehand. So anyone who's played this game through and through knows that to beat the game, at least with any ending, you need 3 Dreamers. You need Lurien the Watcher, Monomon the Teacher, and Hera the Beast. And collecting those 3 will open up the Black Egg Temple, which is the door to the final boss. And that is where we are headed. But we have a little bit of a detour first, because what is a speedrun without detours to get items that are required? Alright. First off, we have a quick boss fight against Gruz's mother. That was a very quick fight. That was like a sub-minute split. Nice. Gives us a little bit of money to use for a tiny bit of shopping. Boss fight's not over. We have a few Gruzzers to clean up. Oop. Oop. Alright. Oop. Alright, there we go. Alright, now that that's done, we sit on this bench, go into this hut, and we talk to Salubra, the charm dealer. And we buy one specific charm called Shaman Stone. This makes our Vengeful Spirit larger, and also makes it do more damage, going up from 3 nail hits worth to 4. This is a pretty big increase, and it's also the last damage increase that we'll get this run. So we will be using it very, very, very often. Alright, so we're taking a little bit of damage. Oh, we have 1 health and oh no, we died. Okay, so now we do a little thing called a shade skip. We're gonna put on Shaman Stone. This shade once. And 1, 2, 3. Very clean. Not super difficult. It's easy enough that you can do it on one hand. Alright, and we do a little thing called walking storage. Also really, really fun. This just makes us go fast. So here's that detour that I was talking about. We have a little detour to pick up the Dream Nail. We do need Dream Nail to pick up the Dreamers, and therefore it is required for this run. A little bit of story time while we're doing this. So, the Knight, the titular, or the main character, the Knight, entered into this world, into Hollow Nest, to, out of no reason other than it was there, and is just exploring. And these 3 dreamers said, You should not do that, because you're going to ruin this entire world. So what do? We keep exploring and start to ruin the entire world. And then save it. That's the plot of this game. It's not, but like, you should believe me anyways. Alright. So now we have a little bit of platforming. Oop. You know what? I'll take that. Go across these platforms, and we have these jumps are not super easy. Some of them are pretty tight, but no issue whatsoever. Get to the end, pick up Dream Nail, and we will keep moving on. The Dream Nail lets us cut the veil between the awake and the asleep, or between the real world and the dream world. Do a little thing here called Seer Skip. Very nice. All while also waking up. And now we finally go to meet our first dreamer. So we do have a little bit of a ways there. We have a little trick called walking storage again. Same as we had. Oh, not quite. That's fine. Alright. So this game has... You might have thought this game has a pretty good big map. This game has a much bigger map than you think. From just the first glance of the first 10-15 minutes. This map goes very far down. And we're going into the City of Tears at the moment. Take out these enemies, pick up this item called a Wanderer's Journal, which we will be selling for money later. And once we do that, we are heading into the City of Tears. Very nice music in here. We're gonna go get a little bit of money from the gorgeous husk. Do we hear it's a party? It's definitely a party in here. We have like 5 enemies in a single room. Certainly a party if I've ever seen one. All right. Get a clean 420 money. Very nice. And we wait. Alright, and now we're actually heading to the first dreamer. No more detours here.
No more detours.
Little skip here. We can just pogo this background object, make it up, good back up.
Hooray for background
Up.
objects.
Hit the lever from below, because why not? And we're gonna take a safety bench. And we're simply going to go up. So this is what is known to most people as the most difficult boss in any percent. And I am going to do it with any percent equipment, with one hand. It's any percent equipment except with one less hand. You know, it's basically the same thing. Just have 5 less fingers to work with. Alright, get this thing down. Getting this chandelier down will decrease the number of Watcher Knights from 6 to 5, which is very helpful. And this is the Watcher Knights fight. Might not be able to speak very frequently during this fight because it is not easy, even to someone with 3,000 hours in the game. But I will be trying my best. Whoop. Right, here we go. Want to get more, a lot of these fireball doubles and triples, multi-hits, because those do multiple fireballs worth of damage at once, and they just rack up. With one fireball you can get up to 12 nail hits worth of damage, which is a lot considering that it used to only do... Considering that 3 nail hits of damage only used to do 3 nail hits of damage. Now with the soul and fireballs that we can use, they can do up to a lot more than that. They can do up to 15. Alright, and this should be it. There we go. That is the Watcher Knights is done. First try. Honestly, not bad. Known as the strongest boss in any percent. Not an issue. Alright. Go up this elevator, and then we will see Lurien, the Watcher, and absorb the Dreamer. And while we're doing that, we have a little bit of time if we have anything to read off right now.
Oh, we've got plenty here. Just another quick update towards the save or leave the grub. Save is still currently ahead, $384 to $350. Thanks to donations like this from Alice Rujasu, who donated $10. It says, balance it out, you say? Instructions unclear, donated to save. We also had a $2 donation from Genko, who said, Silk Song is never late, nor is it early. It arrives exactly when it intends to. Our friend Elite Spud with the previous Yoshi's Mansion run also donated $36 with this comment. I promised to donate $1 for every check on an RNG mouse in my run, only to get the luckiest I've ever been, so here's 6 times the promised amount. Also, I can't believe how much support y'all have provided during this marathon. I'm so proud to be a part of this wonderful community.
It is absurd the amount of outpouring there's been of support for this event. Let's keep it going. We have a few more runs left. We can get a little bit more money raised for charity, right? All right. So now that we've beaten Watcher Knights and absorbed the Lurien, we're gonna go back down, and we have more difficult parts of this run coming up very, very soon. specifically one little skip known as rafters. Now, I will be doing a little bit easier version because I don't want to be doing the hard version on one hand, because I don't want to be removing keycaps every single time I try this. But I think it's still worth a watch. Let's see if I can't fit it here. Oop. Over to the left. Take this bench fly. And that's plenty work. That's good enough. Oop. Let's see if we can't get up. There we go. Pick up this hollow nest seal at the top of the rafters. And yep, that is rafters skip done from the left side on one hand. Honestly, this run, even from the runner's perspective, I've watched my runs back when editing them. You'd take your eyes off the camera off the hand cam for 1 second, and immediately you forget that it's a one-handed run. Now we go say hi to Lem, who buys off all of our relics, our, I believe, one Wanderer's Journal and 2 Hollow Seals gives us 1,100 money, Geo, and we're 1 health. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Alright. We just have to get back to King Station here anyways. There we go. Jump over that Grey Hut Sentry. Back over here. Get through this room over here. I'll jump up. And we have safely made it back to safety. Never worried in the slightest, you know. I've done this so many times. I was very, very worried. Taking a hit there would have cost, I think, just around a minute, maybe a minute and a half. So I'm very glad I didn't. But now let's keep moving on. So we stag back from King Station to Dirtmouth, and we sit on this bench and go say hi to Sly, who we saved earlier. Our resident Dirtmouth shopkeeper who sells us the Lumifly Lantern, an item that is required for this route. And this is what our Geo is used on. We use 1,800 to buy this item, which lets us get into Crystal Peak, which is another movement area. Yep. Alright. Up here. Whoop. And if you couldn't tell, the crossroads are infected because we picked up 1 dreamer. That happens sometimes. Sometimes my room gets infected, and it's not super fun. I hope my room doesn't get infected that often. Alright, into Crystal Peak. And let's see if we have a little skip here called Pog Axe. It's not super easy, not super difficult. And we get a first try, honestly.
Nice.
I'll take that in a marathon. And we are going to keep going up here.
I mean, first try any skip is always pretty nice to hit, regardless of if it's a marathon run or not.
Absolutely. Just feels good to hit skips in this game. A little bit low on health, but this is fine. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit low on health. I'm good, just take a couple safety heals here.
No worries. Just as a check-in, about how long do we have until the save or leave the grub incentive will need to be closed?
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes, so get those donations in. I want to see you all donating for leaving the grub. Let's balance it out. One save, 1 leave.
You heard in chat, you've got 5 minutes. We are still at $384 to $350, so that is a $34 difference. So we are still currently saving the grub, but you've got like 5 minutes, if that, at this point, to get that $34 in so that we leave the grub behind.
Yeah, if everyone watching right now donates $1, and even if like 20% of you donate to save the grub, we'll get it balanced out. All right. So we pick up our Crystal Heart, which is our last upgrade that we pick up this run. Everything from here on out is just Dreamers. This lets us do a super dash forwards a la Metroid. We simply get to dash very, very quickly horizontally. This is the fastest method of movement in the game. Fastest conventional method of movement in the game. And we will be using it for anything where it's worth it to charge it up, like this. It's also used for 2 specific rooms, I guess 3 in this route. What? Did I get hit by a Gruzzer dropping? Jeez. Ow. It's RNG, whether you get hit in that drop sometimes. And that was bad RNG. Alright, we have a little bit of skip here. Forgotten Crossroads Acid, skip first try. I am very glad I got the first try.
Well done.
Because I need all the health I can get in this next segment. Alright. Keep going through here. Whoop. Did I really get hit by... Okay. Sometimes the Uomas in this room are not very nice. Okay, so we're in Fog Canyon. We'll take the bench just for extra safety. Take the bench and go down. And we're into the Teacher's Archives, where we can find our second Dreamer. We'll be saying hello to Monomon very shortly. Right. And we're here with everyone's favorite jellyfish. Say hello to Umu.
Hello, Umu. Oh, let's hope for good RNG.
Umu. Hope for good RNG. So far, this is good RNG. If we see this burst attack, that's good RNG. We can only get the same attack twice in a row, so this is the best RNG that we can get so far. And this is the chase attack, which is a little bit slower, but guaranteed after 2 short attacks. Alright, see. We can get a 2 cycle. Good so far. Whoop. Missed that. It's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, nope, that's not gonna...
Uh-oh.
It's fine. We'll get a 3 cycle. Not a super big deal. What can an extra cycle do? This is what I pay for only using one hand, you know?
Well, and this also continues to give everyone enough time to try to turn the tide on that save or leave the grub, because we're coming right up on it. Save is still currently ahead by that $34 margin. If you want to see it changed up, you don't have much time left, gamers.
Yeah, gave you all an extra 20 seconds to decide what you want to do with that. Bid war. Alright, climb up here. Talk to the tank. Do a little quick line. Talk to Pearl right here, who was helping us in the Umu fight just a few seconds ago. His mask will bring Monomon back, and we have entered the dream of our second Dreamer. Alright. Real quick, talk about my PB, just because I thought that would be cool. So, a couple months ago, my PB was, I believe, around 37-ish, and now it's a 3609 as of roughly a month ago, which is, believe it or not, top 20 compared to all 2-handed runs in the world. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty good time.
I think that's a very good time one-handed. I couldn't even imagine completing this game two-handed, let alone one-handed, and you're just out here casually doing a one-handed run. That's just, it will never not be impressive to me.
Yeah. You know, I thought the exact same thing when I started running it, and then it kind of just clicked. I did one run, and I was like, oh wait, I can speed run this. And here we are. All right, so this is a bit of a route difference from the last time I ran this in an event. We are not going down here. We are not going down. We are doing QGA, and I am going to need to focus for this. Yep, that's one hit. That's fine. And there we go. That is
Let's
one-handed
go.
QGA. The used to be known as the hardest trick in any percent. And you know, getting it in one hit, honestly, I am more than happy with that. Jeez. Okay.
That is wild.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to get it that quickly, I'll say that much. Alright, we have Petra Arena here. So we use our fireball very, well, we use it pretty well here. We have a little bit of a thorn warp where they for some reason made the hazard respawn the respawn hitbox go above the thorns. So you just kind of jump into the thorns and your respawn is set to below the thorns. Alright. Have a little bit of platforming through enemies here. And we're going through here. Quick warning, there are a lot of spiders in this next area, so if you're not into that sort of thing, just avert your gaze for the next 5-ish minutes. Alright. Head down here. And yeah, I'm just gonna take a safety heal. Down this way. Menu drop here. Inventory drop here. And we are coming up on that bid war. Honestly, we have like a minute left, so get those last minute donations in. Literally last minute donations in. And we will see where it ends up when we get into Beast Den here. Alright. Yeah. As soon as we get in here. Yeah, we have not quite enough time to really decide, have not enough time to decide otherwise at this point. What is that donation bid war looking like?
All right, we are saving the grub at $384.
All right. 2 for 2, saving the grub twice in a row.
And on the back of that, do you mind if I share a quick update with everyone here for our next upcoming run?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Fantastic. So our next run will be the Evil Inside race between Big Scared and Soulmass 218. We have opened up a bid war for that. It is the Who Will Win bid war, either Team Big Scared or Team Soulmass 218. You've got till the end of the run in order to, before we close that out, to determine who's going to win. So please feel free to put your donations towards that incentive. When you do donate, make sure to scroll down and select that bid war with who you think is going to win, Big Scared or Soulmass.
You know, I love that for them. I love that for them. So we are saving the grub 2 for 2. And the grub will live to see another day. Alright. Coming up on the end of Beast Den here. Whoop. Oh, that was a little scary, but we were fine. Take a quick damage tank to do a quick strat on that Devout. And we are into the third and final Dreamer here. And I said at the very beginning and forgot to mention it all the way up to here. We had the grub bid war. Before this run started, we also had a target incentive for Path of Pain one-handed, and that was met, I believe.
That was easily crushed.
Easily.
Thanks to everyone's generous donations.
Yeah, thank you all so much. All that money goes to a great, great charity working for a great, great cause. It also goes towards making me suffer. We'll be seeing that in the next, I believe, 5-ish minutes. Before that, though, we do have to fight the final boss of any percent, and I'm looking at the time right now. This could PB, actually.
Oh, let's go. A lot of first time tricks and a big skip there as well. I mean, that can definitely lead to PBs. We're setting a PB ourselves in this event with the number of PBs and your total donations that you've brought in, chat. So, hey, let's keep the PB train rolling.
Absolutely. Yeah. My PB for in-game time, or load list time rather, is a 3609. And we need to see, I want to see if I can beat that right now. So get a sub 36 in an event would be very nice. I have my own little timer running in the background, so I'll be looking at that. And we have just a little bit of time here before the final boss. If we have anything to read off, now is the final chance to do so.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Again, I just want to remind everybody here that if you may have tuned in the middle of the run, this is the Binary Breakers Summer Barbecue. Binary Breakers is a community dedicated to showcasing, supporting, and uplifting speedrunners who are between, outside, and beyond the gender binary. If you're interested in becoming a Binary Breaker, please DM us on Twitter. It is at binary_breakers, or send us an email at binarybreakersspeedrunning@gmail.com. We would love to have you in this community.
Yep, absolutely. It's a great community. I'm very glad to be a part of it. All right, into the final boss. We have the titular final boss, the Hollow Knight, and we're gonna be. I think this is the hardest boss in one-handed. What we want to be seeing is dashes. We do not want to be seeing parries. And yep, this is exactly what we want to be seeing, because we can get multi-hits with our fireball on this. Alright, minute and a half, got it. Dashes, good DPS. Parries, not very good DPS because you can't hit during those. Oop. It's fine. Oh my gosh, all these doubles. Love to see it. Alright. Into the self-stab phase. You can't really do damage during this, so you just get soul. And another parry. Here we have a fountain attack that, exactly, thank you for demonstrating. We can get a lot of damage on this if we get the right damage cycle on it. And we should be coming up on the end of the fight here. Oh, just missed the scream skip. This is gonna be close, actually. Oh, that could be. I think that's a PB. All right. So time is going to be as soon as the screen goes black. It's going to be very soon here. It's going to be pretty sudden as well, and that is time. Woo! That is a PB, and it's a 3602 loadless. Just barely not a sub 36, but hey. Marathon PB. I will absolutely take that.
Marathon PB, congratulations. That is still fantastic. Well done, Sawayoshi.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the little pause that we had at the beginning there. Have to remember that. All right. So, that's the end of the one-hand any percent run. However, there's a little bit more, because you all were so generous and hit that incentive. We have a one-handed Path of Pain run, and I just have to get that set up real quick. We have a little bit of time to do any reads if we need to. I just have to get the save file set up, and we have to wait through the credits anyways.
Sure. Not a problem. Well, I want to remind everybody again, you're watching this summer barbecue here presented by Binary Breakers, supporting our friends at the LGBTQ Freedom Fund. LGBTQ Freedom Fund pays immigration bonds in every U.S. state and pretrial bail in Florida, focusing on LGBTQ individuals. In detention, an individual is at risk of violence and losing employment, custody of children, and housing. Most suicides in jail occur within the first week. While those with means are released from confinement, those in poverty face only injurious choices, languish at risk, or accept deportation or a guilty plea to get out of jail. By paying bond, we're able to preempt these harms. For more information on our friends at the LGBTQ Freedom Fund, please visit www.lgbtqfund.org. Again, your donations totaling so far to $2,134 will help LGBTQ individuals with their bail, with their bonds, making sure that they do not spend more time in jail than they ever really should. We do have a couple of runs coming up left here as we continue to go through the credits here. Up next, as I did mention earlier, we do have Evil Inside, and we have opened up that bid war for who you are supporting, who you think is going to win, either Big Scared or Soulmass 218. You can donate and put your donations towards that bid war to show your support for our two racers coming up. And then we are closing out the finale with Synesthete. And again, thanks to your generous donations, we have met that upgrade difficulty to warning. If you've never seen this game, and you probably haven't, think Binding of Isaac meets Rock Band. Then take the easy mode, increase the amount of enemies and the chart difficulty. It is going to be a run you will not want to miss. You're going to want to see that.
Yeah, very, very excited for the last two runs in the event. We do have a little bit more to go through before then, though. We have a extra Path of Pain one-handed run coming up here. All right, just gotta load it into here. So, for any of you who don't know, Path of Pain is the most difficult platforming challenge in the game and is meant to be very, very hard on two hands, to the point where it's very short, but some people take multiple hours to beat it. Most people take multiple hours to beat it. And thanks to all of your generous donations, I'll be doing this right now live on the Binary Breakers Summer BBQ 2024. Thank you all, and this is for you. I will count down and time will start as soon as I say go. Are we ready?
I believe I am ready. Let's make sure we get, I will get info from production here.
All right.
All right, we are ready on the timer, so you count down when you are ready.
All right. You're going to see my left hand again, and this is going to be the last time you see it until I finish Path of Pain. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! All right. I probably will not be able to talk during this because this is a lot of platforming. And a lot of focus platforming, too. But one of my goals with one-handed runs is to make everyone forget that it's one-handed. And I feel like I do a pretty good job of that. So take a peek at the hand cam here and see what kind of movements my hand is doing. Because some of this, I look at it and I'm like, whoa, how am I doing that? And it's just bizarre. And that's the first room of 4 done. Alright. No damage. Head into here. Whoop. Alright. good so far. As soon as I say that, I take a hit. That's fine. You know, maybe I just shouldn't talk. Sometimes just not talking is a good idea. But hey, I like talking, and therefore I'm going to keep talking. That's a little checkpoint there. Let's see if we can get the fast cycle here. Nice. This lever, and that is the second room of 4 done. We're already halfway done. This is not a very long run, if you can't tell. Alright, through here, climb up here. If you notice, we heard this song just about 5 minutes ago in Final Boss. It is the same music as used in the Hollow Knight fight. It's honestly kind of melancholy. I like the use of the reuse of the music here. Very nice. But also, you're probably not going to be listening to it very much while you're kind of running through Path of Pain. So this is your chance to listen to it while someone else does it. My right hand is running through it, and my left hand gets to listen. How does that work? I have no clue. Taking a little bit of damage, but eh. Alright.
My toxic trait would be thinking that I could actually make it through the first two rooms alone of this.
Yeah. It's not easy, but honestly, if you have any experience with like 2D platformers, it's not terribly bad. Like, it doesn't feel right comparing it, but compared to Celeste, something like that, it's probably not super difficult. Like, maybe B-side level. Alright, so, this is the last room. Time may be coming up in the next minute. Alright. Maybe a little bit longer. All depends on how long it takes to get through this room, and even I can't read how long that is going to be. And if we'll go here, and on this, oop. There we go. There we go. And you thought it was over. We have a boss fight. We have a raid boss against these 2 Kingsmolds. They do 2 damage. So you need to be kind of careful. Like so. Whoop. There we go. All right.
Oh.
That was a little bit scary. 1 health, and time is going to be on the fade to white here. We see a cutscene where the king and the Hollow Knight are in the background, and we are just leaking void particles, but we don't care because time is right now. GG's.
Not even close to dying. GG's.
Not even close. Not worried a slight bit, you know. I haven't done this in like a month.
You couldn't tell, honestly. I know it is that difficult, and you made it look very easy. Well done, Sawayoshi. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Any shout-outs you'd like to make here before we get on?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first off, I just want to talk about this group, Binary Breakers. It's, again, like we've been saying this entire event, a group for anyone that is, that does not fit in the general gender binary. We are breaking that binary, and it's a fun little group. We have events like these, and we just talk and do stuff every once in a while. So shoutouts to this group. If any of you want to join, I believe there's a command for the card, CARRD, and you can either DM on, I believe, Twitter, or email us to join. So shoutouts to the Binary Breakers, shoutouts as well to the Hollow Knight community, and to the Japanese speedrunning community, everyone in there, for pushing me to run this game and other games to their limit. And also, as well, shoutouts to non-binary and LGBTQ plus people everywhere, whether you're visible and we are aware of you, or you're still pondering and not quite ready to tell the world. We appreciate you regardless. All right. Some quick things. I will be on tomorrow's GDQ Hotfix International Non-Binary People's Day Showcase, as will a lot of people that were here today. I'll be running a different game, Bo Path of the Teal Lotus, which comes out next Wednesday. You'll get a first look at the speedrun and the demo. I'll also be on Flame Fatales next month with Salt and Sanctuary. Any percent energy, that's gonna be great. And hey, you can find me on Twitch, sawayoshi YT, X, formerly Twitter, sawayoshi YT or SOYT streams, and you can also find me on cohost.org/sawayoshi. We got 2 more runs in this event, and I will let Joker introduce those. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Take it away.
Thank you once again. Thank you so much, Sawayoshi. GG's on the run. It's always a pleasure to be around, to hang out with you, and to just watch you absolutely demolish these runs. You've done a fantastic job. That is not it for the summer barbecue. As mentioned, we do have Evil Inside coming up next with a Big Scared and Soulmass 218. And don't forget, you still can donate for who you think is gonna win that race. It's kind of looking a little neck and neck right now to see who's going to win. We'll take a look at that here in just a little bit, but for now, that is it for me for the moment. That is it with my hosting shift. However, you will see me coming up here very shortly after the Evil Insider run with Synesthete. You did meet that incentive to increase the difficulty to warning, so if you want to see me suffer just a little bit, you're gonna want to watch that. Now take a quick break, get ourselves transferred over, ready for our next run, so please stay tuned here to the Binary Breakers Summer Barbecue.
Going at full speed. An onlooker was amazed with how fast the man was going on the horse. So the onlooker yelled out and asked, "Where are you in a hurry to?" The man replied, "I don't know. Ask the horse."
Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Is everybody having a good night? My name is JPEG. I am your host for, guess what, the tail end of the talk about the fact that our initial goal was like $1,000, and you have not only met that and doubled it before the end of it. We still have time to go. We have 2 more games, which is absolutely incredible. I'm so honored to be here with y'all doing this, and I feel so lucky. And here's the deal. Like we're talking about, it's the end, it's quote unquote, we're getting to the tail end of the barbecue, a summer barbecue, so to speak. And what comes at the end of the barbecue other than, you know, you've eaten your food, you've gone swimming, you've had your refreshing snacks, you've had all of the above, you're good to go. What comes after that? What comes after that is, oh, I don't know, like fireworks, sparklers. So I want everybody to go into the perspective of this, that what you are about to see, while yes, one run is a little bit sillier than the other, is that we are in the fireworks section of our barbecue for today. So please enjoy it with us. We are here to have an incredible time and celebrate these things together. I do see some comments about some s'mores. Absolutely, s'mores are a great thing. Do y'all have some room? Is anybody else in here one of those like second stomach for dessert type folks? Because I always am. Also, on that note, actually, let's start a debate. Even if, like, this can be a donation debate. How toasted is acceptable for the marshmallow? Are there burnt marshmallow enjoyers in chat? I want to hear from you. I want to hear the explanation, because I'm not a burnt marshmallow enjoyer, respectfully. In all caps, burn it. Thank you very much for that. I am one of those people that admittedly I don't burn them, but I wouldn't say I'm good at doing this. The microwave for your s'mores, thank you. Is that what we call the microwave? That like, it's like, okay, please, like my father was micro. Please call me Michael. Like, is that where we're going with that? I used to only like marshmallows after you had to blow them out. Oh my gosh. Y'all are some burner marshmallow people in here. What's going on with this? Okay, hang on. I have to call this. What is s'more jousting? S'more jousting. S'more jousting. I'm fascinated. Actually, everybody explain your own thoughts for what s'more jousting is. I really want to know. Also, fun facts about this game as we discuss our s'more. Oh, s'more upgrade. Reese's, thank you for that. Gosh, what was I gonna say? I've been told with Evil Inside, I have been warned more than once, do not look at this game ahead of time. I would call myself like a partially prepared person. I do usually, you know, I like to watch runs before I host, before I do this. I like to watch the run and be prepared. I was told to be wildly unprepared for this one. So we will be reacting to everything together, and it's going to be a great time. And it's going to be a race, so even though it's a speed run, I'm not even going to have time to get the full tour. I'm just going to have to roll with it. We're just going to have to roll with it. This is not the evil within. I kind of thought it was the first time I saw it too. Apparently it's not. Okay, I'm going back to the s'more jousting. Give Michael the wave 2 marshmallows. Put a toothpick in each. Set them upright on a plate across from each other, and the first one to land a hit wins. That is awesome. I'm sorry, I'm just reacting to that in real time. That is awesome. What? Okay, thank you. We're gonna need someone's gonna need to film that. And we'll have it as an interstitial at a different time. I don't know why that just made me lose it. By the way, there's been some amazing donations coming in during this. And I do, while I'm having a great time talking to y'all, I just want to say thank you so much for everything that everybody has done. We do have a $100 donation, which is amazing. That brings us to $2,300 from Zachary20XX saying, so excited to be supporting a great cause as part of the coolest new marathon around. Thank you so much for that. Seriously, I do think it's also the coolest new marathon as well, although it's a little hot because it's the summertime and it's a barbecue. I don't know how warm it is by y'all, but we are we're a little warm by me. I'll say it that way. Pyrox sent in $6. Golden brown for the s'mores, just to get it super melty inside, but no dark crispy carbon bits. Those are too far gone. I agree with that, Pyrox. I don't even like char on like burgers and stuff like that. I gotta be real. Maybe that's just my whole thing. And a tea tree sends in $10 saying, I love my friends. So $5 to each team. Yes, reminder, there is that bid warm about who's gonna win. Evil Inside. $5 to each team with the knowledge that the real winner is the LGBTQ Freedom Fund. And then they gave me direct instructions to say dabs aggressively at the end. So I just want y'all to know that I'm like dabbing in real life. You're gonna have to take my word for it, but if we'll find a way to get some footage of that for later. I see the energy in chat looking to hit 2.5 and absolutely. Do you know how much I would love to hit 2.5k during these runs, especially because they are like speedy runs. We're moving quick. So the faster we can go towards that 2,500, the better, because these are going to go real quick. You've got the Evil Inside, which is a race. So they're both going to be on their game, trying to move real quick. And then after that, we have a dance party, basically, is my thought, my opinion. It's synesthete. So we're gonna have to we're gonna have to hustle, y'all. Because remember, I am also, these are your final games of the night. I am your final host of the night. So we don't got a lot of time. This fireworks show can't last forever. So if you want to see $2,500, we gotta make that happen, y'all. All right, we are getting set up for Evil Inside. So I am going to take a quick break. We will see you in just a second while we get finished setting up. And please get ready, send in more marshmallow jousting donations, things of that nature. I'm having a great time. We will see y'all in just a second.